I really truly felt that, especially with a project like She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
Right.
There is a large message for inclusivity, diversity, sexuality in the series. And I didn't know that going into the audition, but I feel very lucky in that was the message being represented, because I am 100% that person. It's not only about representation, but it's about the nuance of everything, and creating multi-dimensional characters and not being misrepresented and kind of glossed over for representation's sake. We don't want to be like filling a quota per se, but we want to be represented in the right way, in a specific way, and because that's what we relate to, that's what the audience relates to. And a lot of the time I've realized that even if the main character is Asian and there are Asian influences within the project, people from different cultures can also enjoy it, as long as the storytelling is good. There's a great story arc, character arc. And in the same way that I've enjoyed all of the other cultures being portrayed on camera throughout my youth, and how I related to those as much as I could, I think other people can do that for things that we are in currently. So it's for everyone. Shifting gears, there's a scene in The Boys, a character named Ashley. She works for Vought Enterprises, and there's a scene where she's bringing in a new member of the Seven. She's talking about how this new member clicks all the racial and differently abled superhero. And she was like, he ticks all of these boxes. The viewers are going to love him. Like, the audience will love him. And I thought that was a hilarious scene that kind of pokes fun at the marketability of diversity that's going on right now, and how, inclusivity is very popular. It was just like a hilarious way to tackle that topic, because I'm sure it does happen. Yes, in Hollywood, we are making strides in terms of diversity, inclusivity, telling individual stories from many different cultures. However, there are some that kind of sneak through that you think, oh, was that authentic? Was that real? Or was it just to fill that quota? Because, being diverse right now is marketable. Yeah. And I hope that it's not just a short-term gain that they're seeing. Honestly, I think any kind of progress is appreciated. Sure. Truly, I think anything is met with gratitude. But as a creator, I don't have that much power as an actor, but as a creator, if you're a writer, director, producer, it's important to tell the authentic stories, not just for marketability's sake.
Absolutely. And really nicely said. And thank you for kind of elaborating on that, because obviously you're feeling it because it's happening in the space that you're in as an actor. Have you ever overcome or felt there's been barriers and things that you've had to fight for because of who you are?
Day to day, I think there's some kind of battle. For example, I recently started using Asian hair and makeup artists. And that was because they know your face the best. They know your hair texture the best, I'd like to think. And so there's a lot of ease with the communication of what you want to achieve. I didn't realize how much of a difference that would make.
Right.
In how I go into a job, or how I, and I'm solely talking about when I do hair and makeup for my personal press or magazine shoots, things like that. Right. And I don't get it every time, right? It's not 100% of the time, but I'd like to at least request it. Right. And it not only is good for me, but I'd like to think that it lifts the hair and makeup artists as well, because then they get more jobs, and then it's like more people will realize that that is a career option because these people are taking more jobs, and there's more opportunity there.
Moving into your personal space a little bit and your career, I'd love to learn a little bit more about college and studying and then into acting. What was the transition? What was it that kind of was, okay, I don't want to do this, I'm going to do this?
Yeah, I was a sociology major. I loved it while I was learning about it in college. But it was always my dream to be an actor. And I didn't think that that would be possible because my entire resume had pointed in a different direction.
Right.
And I thought it was too late. I wasn't a child actor, and I didn't have any mentors that could kind of teach me about, okay, this is what you do, A, B, and C, and then you do this. I had none of that. And so I didn't think that being an actor was a reality for me. Upon graduating college, I moved to Japan for, I think, about 3 months, and I was pursuing reporting. My resume pointed towards that, and so I wanted to be a reporter, and I thought maybe in Japan instead of America. And then while I was on the search of identity there, I realized that it's now or never to pursue your dreams. And I mean, from a technical standpoint, once you start a job, it's so hard to get out of that, I think, because you get comfortable in what you do, or because you get attached to what you're doing. And I didn't want that to happen to me. And I thought, better start now. And then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Came back to LA, and I have never stopped. And I love it. I mean, there's a lot of ups and downs. Even after booking Suicide Squad, I didn't book anything for a very long time. And it's still like the best job ever for me. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, and obviously if you're loving it, and you mentioned there that, you know, you've got a very creative side of you. And obviously when you say reporter, I'm just surmising here, but I'm thinking that you're a writer and somebody who likes to write.
I don't know about the writing portion. I think I'm more interested in people. So I love interviewing people. I love getting to know how someone else operates, what their interests are, how they got to where they have gotten. Because, you know, when you're reporting, you get to talk to the best of the best within whatever industry. And I found that fascinating.
And so obviously there's a huge amount of success now behind you. And, you know, however the stars aligned and made that possible and made it work, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? I mean, what do you see you want to see yourself do, you know, outside of, you know, being a superhero and being in this sci-fi formula? And, you know, what else is it that you want to explore?
I would love to just be a chameleon that can give life to all these characters and make it look seamless.
Right.
You know, and really disappear into the character.
What's really lovely about your story is that you're kind of exploring and growing in your space as it's all happening, almost like unpacking itself in front of you, and you're just running with wherever the storm is taking you.
Yes.
Right.
You know what? You just brought out something in me. I didn't think that I would be able to work as an actor past my 40s, maybe. And recently, I have started to realize that maybe that door will be open when I get there. And that's all thanks to the legends, the Michelle Yeohs. I think eventually I would love to be producing. Currently, I'm too caught up in the acting world, but I would love to produce one day. It would be nice to tell the stories that I want to tell. I think my dream is to just be a bridge between Japan and America. And as grand and as big as that sounds, I don't really care how that is done. It could be in the like it could be in the food industry, in whatever industry that, because I love eating. I love eating. I love two things, acting and eating. But I would love to just be the bridge, because I think it's still not as connected as it could be. Growing up, I like mostly grew up with Japanese media and Japanese holidays. My parents both speak Japanese to me still. We visit every year, things like that. So to be the bridge of the two cultures, and hopefully I can do it in film and TV. That's kind of the like life mission.
Right.
And then the other stuff is for selfish reasons. I love to do, cool shit and be characters and be in a rom-com. I haven't done that yet, and I love watching them. Hi, New York Moves. I'm Karen Fukuhara from The Boys and Bullet Train. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for having me.